I am finally back. It's just been like 3 months. So I finally got a new phone. I got the Huawei P30 Lite, and yeah, I'm filming on that for now. And I couldn't imagine a better way to be looking for my first video in like 2.5 months. So basically this is a mixture between first impressions and just trying out all my new makeup. I don't know why I look so tired. I look really tired. I'm worried. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it and test out all my new makeup. So first things first, I didn't get a new primer, but when I was thinking about it, I've got this MAC Fix Plus, which actually says Prep and Prime. I've never ever really seen anyone use this for priming, but we're gonna do that. I've got it in coconut. You can see I've used it already. So I'm gonna prep my face. I don't know why I always eat this. Always eat it, always like breathe it in. Okay, so that's it. I don't know how this would minimize pores or anything. Also, my skin hates me because I've been trying to do looks on my Instagram just to keep like the feel of doing makeup, because otherwise I just wouldn't if I didn't have like a reason to do it, like to post on Instagram or to do a YouTube video. So that's why. And I think the light's going to go funny because it's a little bit later in the day, but we're just going to have to go with it. It's going to be fine. We'll pull through. The first thing I got was this Wet n Wild foundation. I really hope it's the right. Why won't it focus? Just focus. Whatever. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in soft beige. Who knows if it's who knows if it's my color. I think it was one of the lightest colors, which is generally what I go for. I'm just going to destroy my nails trying to open it. Also, I usually apply my foundation straight to the beauty blender, but this applicator, it's not going to work. I actually quite like it though. It's different. I'm into it. And also, not to mention that it's close to my skin tone, but I do not buy other foundations. I use my... Where is it? I use my L'Oreal Infallible, have for years. Literally don't use anything else. Don't trust anything else. And this isn't bad. It does have a bit of a satiny finish, and I feel like Wet n Wild has really come to the party. Like, they want to put out really good product that's cruelty free and everything like that. So I'm here for it. I really like Wet n Wild. So that's the foundation. I feel like it did really well. I do think I would need to set it, but I mean, you can see it's got a very nice finish, like satiny, not quite like at the dewy point that my L'Oreal is at, but I think I need to try something different. Okay, so for concealer, I actually recently bought the Makeup Revolution concealer and I'm loving it. Like, I know it's advertised like crazy out here, but I love it, so I agree. But I've got this Maybelline Fit Me, which is also something. Why? This is such a good phone camera and it just hates me. Anyway, it's the Maybelline Fit Me, so it's actually pretty light. It's in shade 05. Yes, so it's pretty light, but maybe it'll be a good thing. It's pretty white. I've obviously been frowning a lot lately because I can see so many like fine lines in my forehead. Obviously been being super grumpy. Okay, so I've just put it in all the places that I want to highlight, and I'm going to blend that out with my makeup sponge. And I always like to just lift it up a little bit when I'm going from my eye, just to create the illusion of like a lifted look. I feel like I could have definitely gone for a shade darker in this concealer, but I've definitely brightened up my under eyes, like I'm looking awake for the first time in my life. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer on my lids as well, just to blur out all the veins and discoloration I've got, and basically prime the surface for the eyeshadow I put on. And I'm looking ghostly, like when I look at myself. Oh well. Okay, so then the next step would be to set my face. So I got this off of Amazon. This is the Airspun Loose Face Setting Powder. I've got an itch. Okay, and I just see Tati rave about this. Tati rave about this. I watch way too much YouTube, and she loves this. So I got it, and I used it yesterday, and I quite enjoyed it. It comes with a little puff, which I mean you can use for the setting of all over your face, but otherwise it's not really something I need in my life. And it's so nice because it's so big, and for the life of me I can't remember the price, but I'll put it up on the screen. But I feel like for the size you get, it's not too bad. So I'm just going to bake here, and I'll show you what I'm going to use to set my under eyes. I'm going to use what's on the excess of this and just pat it around the rest of my face just to set it all in place. Okay, so the next product I'm trying out for the first time is this Essence Brightener powder. I actually saw, trying to remember her Instagram handle, but her name's Justine. She's also from South Africa, and she loves this. So I basically just take some on my sponge and I put it underneath my eyes just to brighten that up. I've used such a light concealer, I don't really need to do this today, but I do still want to set my under eyes. I don't know how the Fit Me concealer performs with fine lines and creasing and stuff, but suddenly I'm aged and I'm trying to get rid of all of that, especially when you're doing a makeup look. You can't be like wrinkly. Then I'm just going to take any like big powder brush, just wipe all around my face. I actually can say I love the Essence Brightening Powder, and I love the setting powder. Other than this, I've only used the Makeup Revolution one, and it's not too bad, but I do prefer this, and I'm not sure what it is. It just feels better on my skin, and around my nose it doesn't gather like the Makeup Revolution did to me. So I'm a fan of the Airspuns. If you want to get it on Amazon, get it on Amazon. It was probably a week to 2 weeks and I had it, and the customs weren't too bad. Highly recommend ordering off Amazon if you're in South Africa. It works pretty well. I'm going to go into this palette. This is from the Body Shop, which I've been so excited to try. Like, I love the Body Shop. I will say, when you put the Body Shop against like drugstore makeup, like Clicks or Discam or whatever, it's definitely slightly higher priced. Okay, so that's what it looks like. You get a little mirror and everything. And yeah, I think I'm going to use this for my bronzing and contouring. This is a slightly cooler shade, that's a warmer shade, so I'm just going to use the warmer shade and do a little bit of bronzing. I prefer warmer tones nowadays. That's quite pigmented. Okay, was not expecting that. I'm going to be a lot more contoured than I intended. That's intense. Okay, dipping into the cooler shade now to blend this out. This is just to basically define your face. I think everyone now knows what contouring and bronzing is for. I'm just making circular motions just to blend it out a little bit more, make it look less intense, because I am indeed just at home basically playing with makeup. So this is crazy pigmented, like crazy. I'll do little swatches on the top of my hand. They don't appear all that pigmented here, but good golly, on my face it was intense. Like, you can still see it. And if you do, like I've got quite an intense thing and it's not what you're into, you can just pat it down or use a brush that has like excess product on from your foundation, whatever, and it'll lighten it up. I definitely would recommend buying something like this. It's so easy to travel with. It's small enough. You've got a beautiful big mirror. And then we're going to go into something that I ordered ages ago. Like, I have such self-control. So this is Get the Pretty Started from Benefit. I ordered this online from Edgar's, and it's a mixture of the Hoola bronzer, California blush, and a WhatsApp highlighter. That's what it looks like. So obviously it's smaller pans, but I feel like, honestly, it's perfect. Also perfect for traveling. Like, look at that. You've got a little mirror, and you've got everything you need for contouring, bronzing, blushing, highlighting. Like, I'm into it. So I'm actually going to dip into the Hoola because I know I wanted to try this for so long. Going to try and drop my forehead size by just deepening that, and I think that's beautiful. And then I'm going to go into the California blush. I'm actually going to use a different brush, so I'm going to just use this angled blush brush, dip into my California. I wanted to try Benefit products for so long. I'm so stoked, and I'm always like more into the corally blushes, so I'm glad this one's, I mean, it's still got a little bit of a corally color to it, but it's definitely more pink. So I'm here for it. There we go. And I'm just bringing it up a little bit. Benefit with their bronzers, blushes, and highlighters, you can't go wrong. And I actually do have another. What is going on here? This is like creamy. What? It's like a cream highlighter. Like, how pretty is that? Can you see that? There you go, you can kind of see that sheen. I actually might just use this as the highlighter. I really, really like the Benefit one, but I think I need to try something else. I also got this one, which is super exciting because it's my favorite brand. Wet n Wild. That looks so pretty. It's the Mega Glow Highlighting Powder. It was the limited edition one, so it's got like a skull on it. You can just barely see it. It's very white, but just love that it was limited edition and that it had a skull on it. That's pretty. Like a pinky purple. It's beautiful. Like, do you see that? It's almost like holographic. Wow. I'm in love with that. That's beautiful. Like, I want to be a pinky purple highlighted fairy. Wow. Okay. So I bought this liquid highlighter, which pretty much looks like a dupe for the Iconic highlighter. Oh, it's pretty though. It's quite thick. Wow. So that's what it looks like. It's quite beautiful. So I'm going to put that on my head. Ooh. I feel like this would last my whole life because it's rather beautiful. Rather beautiful. It's definitely got like a golden color to it, but it's pretty. This could 110% be a body highlighter. I'm just going to set my face just to kind of get everything to blend together nicely before I start putting cream products on. So let's do that quickly. I didn't eat that this time. Like, look how shiny I am now. Ooh. So I'm going to use this Makeup Revolution one. That is beautiful. Gotta give it to Makeup Revolution. This is beautiful. And also, it's like a product that'll literally last you your whole lifetime. Because you need such a small amount of product. It does dry down quite quickly, so I would advise using it as quickly as possible. Like, that's already dried down. So I need to put a little bit more, which is actually fantastic. Like, you don't want your highlighter smudging around. But just to know that that is what's going to happen. So there's that, like, look at that. Like, I don't even want to blend it out, but it's looking a bit harsh. But that's so pretty. Okay, so there we go. There's the highlighter on. Next thing I'm going to move on to is brows. and I've been so nervous about this. Nervous about this. So this is Colourful Brows. This is a kit. So inside this kit you get the Bravo Conditioning Primer, Precisely My Brow Pencil, you get an angled spoolie and brush, and you get instant color highlights. What is that? Like, look at this packaging though. Like, how... Yes, benefit. This has got like instructions on how to do your brows, so let's use that. So I do it exactly how they want me to do it. Like, look at this tin. Oh, carrying my lunch around in it. It's beautiful. Okay, so first thing it says you do is use the primer, whatever you prefer. So that's the Benefit Primer. There it is. Oh, hello. I'm just going to spread that. Anyway, generally I use powder products for my brows, so this is going to be a completely new experience for me, so maybe it's a good thing that I got a lighter shade. So this, like, if this isn't a hyped product, I don't know what is. So Precisely My Brow. So it's actually pretty light. It's a very small pencil. So I'm just going to draw on my eyebrows and let you know what I think. I mean, you can see a difference, but this is about 20 shades too light for me. Okay, so those are quite subtle eyebrows, but that's because I got the wrong color. So that's my fault. I would probably recommend this shade too, if I'm correct, to people with like ash blonde hair, because it's quite an ash blonde color. I mean, they're really cool. Like, it works really, really well. So after that, it says I must do the 3D brow tones. So that's this thing that I've actually honestly never seen. So it's actually like a colored gel, which is great to obviously create dimension. My brows are really light. Like, this is definitely the wrong color for me. But, I mean, the actual idea of it is perfect. So this is the spoolie brush, spoolie and brush that you get, and then it says you must just run this through, which is great. I love it. Just make sure you get your color. I'm resisting the urge to darken these brows, just so everyone knows. Resisting it. Okay, so the next thing I got, this magnifies Jewel Rocks edition. So these are the colors. You get this little brush, but these are the colors that it has. I mean, they're beautiful. Like, those blues, really, really pretty. They're really pretty. Okay, I think I'm going to start going with the greens. I've never done a green eye look, so those two there, that's a green at the end. And I mean, this looks really blue on camera, but it's actually greenish. So, like a turquoisey greenish. So I'm going to go in. Most of them are shimmer shades, which makes me a little bit nervous. So I'm going to go into this deep green. Like, let's just go straight into it. So going into that, and you can see that pigment. And we're just going to go for it. See what happens. So I'm putting this in my outer eye corner. I'll zoom you in a little bit so you can see. I'm going to go into this mustardy color just because it's the only, this one. The only other like matte shade, just to kind of like blend it out a little bit at the ends, because I don't mind it being a little bit messy, but at the moment it's too messy. I mean, this color is beautiful. Like, it's beautiful. Like, it's royal and regal and all those things. Like, I really do like it. And fun fact about me, I hate green. Hate green. Never been my favorite color. My surname is Green, so you can only imagine how many times in my life I've been teased about the color green. So green is not my go-to color for anything ever. I'm just going to take like a thicker eyeshadow brush and I'm going to dip into, I don't know, I think I'm going to go for the greenier color. Like if we're going green, let's go green. So this shimmery one, and I'm just placing it in the center. And I'm just going to take that same blending brush that has that dark green and just blend these together a little bit. Okay, I'm going to have to use this really small brush because I need to clean the other ones and I'm too lazy. And I'm going to go into this copper shade and put this on the inner corner of my eye and then blend it into that shimmery green. I usually spray my brushes for shimmers, but these have performed so well. Like, look how pretty that is. So I'm going to take a bit more of that copper shade, put it on the inner portion of my eye as well, and dip into that dark green shade again and just smoke it out underneath my eye. And that's it. That's my finished eye look, and I think it is so pretty. Nothing I would usually do. Pretty much completely out of my comfort zone. So that's some of the swatches. I've done like such a spaz, but you can see those. That blue is beautiful, and this royal blue is amazing. That's the copper shade I used on the center. They're beautiful. I actually feel like the shimmer shades are more pigmented, which is amazing. They're beautiful. Okay, I've used Essence felt liners. I did not like it, which is sad because I love their liquid liners. I've used the Wet n Wild one, which is good. It's just not my favorite. So let's see if this will. Oh, it's thin. She's thin. Okay, so this is the Body Shop felt liner. So what I'm going to do is just line my upper lash line. Like, I really don't want to do a wing today and ruin everything. Okay, so that's the liner on. It actually went on really, really easily. Like, I like it. I like it. I mean, it's a super precise line. You need almost no pressure. Like, it's perfect. It's perfect. I may have found my felt liner. I'll try and get the thicker one too, though, because that makes my life easier. Anyway, I'm going to be using this Body Shop Lash Hero Fiber Extension Mascara. I do have lashes I'm going to try out too, but let's see. Okay, so this is what the fibers look like. You can see that. So you brush that through, and there's the mascara wand. I mean, it's a nice enough wand. Whatever. It's mascara. Mascara is mascara, mascara. Okay, so that's the mascara on. Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad. And we're going to go into lashes. Okay, so these are the Ardell Wispies. Never used Ardell, never used Wispies. Absolute first time impressions. I seem to have smaller eyes, so I always battle with sizing of lashes. Oh, those are stuck on there. So I generally have to cut mine. I apply the glue to the lash directly. This has got quite a thin band, so I don't know if that's going to make it easier or harder for me. But I do battle with lashes. So basically what I'm doing is bending the lash just to give it some flexibility, but these aren't too stiff. Say goodbye to the nice eyeshadow. I'm going to pack it up with lashes.
What an awful experience.
They're on, and they're quite big lashes. I must say the band was, I think, the thing that I battled with the most. But they're pretty. Like, she's pretty. Like, I'm into it. But I mean, I put lashes on yesterday and I didn't struggle like I struggled. That literally took me about 7 minutes of struggling. So I'm going to be lining with my Wet n Wild lip liner. Also new, I've also only used her once, and this is in the color Bear to Comment. This is the Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner. So I'm just gonna line my lips. My lips have been crazy dry at the moment, so hopefully I'll give the poor lipstick a chance, but it's Anastasia. Beverly Hills, baby. Like, it's going to be perfect. Okay, so this is in the color Ashton. Liquid lip. So excited. Like, this is like poison. Look at that. Like, she is beautiful. Beautiful. And then it's got a topper too, so we got a lip gloss from Anastasia herself. Not really, but whatever. You know what I mean. Girl can dream. And the color Toffee, like, I don't even care if it doesn't go. I'm putting it on. They're just the best. Look at that. So beautiful. And that is my finished look for today. Highlighted my whole body. Forgot to set, darling. Okay, so love that. Made me step out of my comfort zone. I really liked this liquid highlighter. It was beautiful. The Wet n Wild foundation applied so nicely. The Airspun, I'm loving. I loved everything that was from Benefit. I really enjoyed pretty much everything. I'm finally back. I'm hopefully going to be filming more often. And if there's anything you do want to see that's really past, like Valentine's looks or anything like that, tell me. I'll do it. Like, I'm happy to. Follow me on Instagram, add me on Snapchat, all that stuff. Communicate with me. Give me an idea of what you want, what you like, what you want to see next. And I will do it to the best of my ability. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals